Привет, дорогой зритель, с тобой я, Ватсон. Мы продолжаем играть в игру Noire. Убийство секретарши. Поехали. Ну ладно.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Опять вниз.
Only if I guarantee he walks.
Что-то они секретничают.
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it.
I don't need this.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
What the fuck?
We got our orders. Back to
I
the
could
Summers
save all
case.
year and never
Get an
afford
address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Let me guess. Hiding from the wife?
Ладно.
I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure. I want to make homicide. You've got it made if you can get to that point.
Это не здесь? Где там телефон-то? Ой, сложно как... А, вот телефон. Извините.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
1, 2, 4, 7. Ого.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thank you.
Такая прикольная запись, ну, голоса. Вот это как будто по-настоящему он делает запрос. Так клево. Давай посмотрим у нас, что там по местам, по уликам. Я хотел доехать до боулинга.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Сложно решить. А, бару меньше уже все зачеркнуть, да? Блин, я думал, что мы еще туда наведаемся. Надо подумать. Ну хорошо. МакКэфри. Квартира. Боулинг. Давай в боулинг, блин, я не знаю.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What you got to do with?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
on whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
Прости.
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
This is business, Florence.
Какая милая
You got a
старушка.
guy works here by the name of Tiernan.
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Ты прикалываешься?
Tiernan! LAPD!
Ах ты долбаный Марио, я тебя поймаю. Опять.
There!
Вот дерьмо. Поехали.
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight.
Ого.
These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to land it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means, Phelps. Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble. Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
He's going through the square.
I hope the people see him in time to get out of the way. What if they run because someone's setting them up? Because they feel like the deck is stacked against them.
Don't make up ridiculous stories for them, detective. Leave that to the perp's imagination.
I survived the war for this?
Put your hands in the air!
Долбаный Марио. А, все, его как бы в этот участок отвезли. Тогда давай в квартиру МакКефри.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
МакКефри, это ведь... Давайте-ка еще раз посмотрим. Я просто думаю, это писатели ведь? Или... МакКефри, МакКефри... Да, это тот пиздюк. Вот пидор. Это что же, получается, я ему вопрос не задал, а он в баре сидел.
You can drive.
Ну-ка, блядь.
Fine. Where are we headed?
А я не могу уже в бар-то, да? Сука. Почему так игра делает? Я очень расстроен. 6-я квартира.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
А это ведь наверху? Надеюсь. С другой стороны. Так. 5. Ну, вы поняли, спецагент.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Вламываемся.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let us in. Do the honors, Phelps?
Напомнил мне, знаете чего? Vampires Masquerade Bloodlines, там точно так же двери открывались с ноги. Такая же анимация, так клево. Ностальжи.
Not sure this means much.
Хорошо, верю тебе. Так, здесь осмотрели. Виски, тот самый, да? Который она покупала, чтобы задобрить парня. Ты прикалываешься? Как это не важно? Ладно. Это догадки Ватсона. Всего лишь догадки Ватсона. Все уже подброшено, так круто.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation at least.
О, это не займет много времени. Тебя подлечат, и ты придешь домой. То письмо, помните сначала? Я вернула твои вещи в твою старую комнату. Там на двери есть замок. И ты сможешь приходить и уходить, когда пожелаешь. Блин, так клево. Я буду заботиться о тебе, и ты вернешься к нормальной жизни. Но она умерла. Я знаю, что у тебя изменился адрес, поэтому не уверен, что мое письмо дойдет до тебя. Но я молю Бога, чтобы ты его получил и прислушалась к моим словам. Я каждый вечер молюсь за тебя и прошу Господа, чтобы однажды ты постучала в мою дверь, и все плохое между нами забылось. С любовью и пониманием... твоя мать Августа Саммерс. Я думал, сестра. Ясно.
From the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
Да, связывает. Это правда.
No good to me.
И видите, опять монтировка. Вот эта вот окровавленная рубашка. Сука. Кто все это подбрасывает? Не могут убийцы быть такими тупыми. Ну просто не могут. Вроде бы нашли все. Надо идти в голубятню, да? Показала нам пальцем наверх. Видели? Может быть, показалось. Да, это я. Тот охуенный пацан, это я. Опа, голубь.
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
Ты куда туда, да? Ты не скроешься от меня, мудила. Тобі пизда. Оп.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
There he is. See him?
От меня еще никто не скрылся.
He looks dangerous.
Да, блять, помог бы полицейскому-то, а? Слоупок. Давай, Фелпс. Нет.
LAPD.
Только не к машине.
McCaffrey,
Я как
you're
поезд.
under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
Неотвратимый. Фелпс.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you?
Возможно.
Whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know
Кто
that
бы это ни
McCaffrey
сделал, он
didn't know?
подбрасывает улики, чтобы закрыть дела, блять.
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
Ой-ой-ой. А мы ведь... Ну ладно. Можно вот так?
Can you drive to this one? If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
Надеюсь, да, наш напарник все-таки возьмется за ум, поможет нам, а не будет обвинять всегда мужа или парня убитый.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them.
Так, признание любого, да? Не подведи. Ой, блядь.
Guy gave his wife a tab.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Давай.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
В смысле? Ложь.
You'll have to do better than that, Grosvenor. We know about you and Evelyn.
Evelyn was a lush, and a boring one at that. You can't link her to me.
Как же не можем, когда книжечка-то есть? Вот это уж точно есть.
We know that you thought enough of her to loan out your copy of the Metaphysics.
I what? I did no such thing. That bitch stole that book from my apartment. The impudent fucking moron.
And that made you angry?
Angry? I was livid. Looking up at me with that stupid face of hers, begging me to forgive her. Aha. Very good. That's one to you, detective.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Вот как бы тут такой момент. Он, скорее всего, пиздит, и мы нашли у него половинку письма, которое было у нее в сумочке. И это связывает его с местом преступления, как и сказал Фелпс.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
Так, где же это?
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
It's either going to be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Make it stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
I need a drink.
Ну,
Got the
допустим.
jitters again.
Меня все еще смущает окровавленная рубашка, которая там лежала, но я не смог, ну, осмотреть эту улику. Может быть...
That's a guy. I heard he's an honest cop. Now there's an oxymoron for you.
Ну, может быть, это и не улика.
Hey, I gave his
Ну
wife
ладно,
a
пойдем.
tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Едва знал. У меня там в самом начале кое-чего было на эту тему. Классический кармин еще раньше. Вот. Графство Тулар. Лол. Так, ага. Спасибо за помощь. Ждем, вот тот момент с баром должен быть. Вот. Вы Джеймсом Тирнером, насколько я знаю. Она крутилась с этим недоразумением Джеймсом Тирнером. Они вместе ходили в библиотеку. Может быть, не надо было в библиотеку съездить? Ну, не было такого варианта, нихуя. Плебейская работа в боулинге Роулинга. То есть они вместе ходили в библиотеку, она крутила с этим недоразумением. Нервничает. Блять, и киностудия. Неужели мне надо было что-то узнать про киностудию, а я не узнал? Покупка алкоголя. Не могу понять. Давай используем интуицию. Да ну нахуй. Он точно говорит, получается, не правду, а ложь.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
У меня нет доказательства. У меня нет доказательства, нет доказательства, нет доказательства, сука. Как это вышло? Я только что, да, вот вам показывал. Ой, пиздец, блядь. Были близки. И один из них... Он же сказал, что она с ним крутила, они вместе ходили в библиотеку. Вот. Почему у меня нет улики? Я не понимаю, ну нахуй. Ну как же так?
You're off the hook for now.
Ну и чё?
She was old enough to be your mother, Tiernan. You banging her?
That's none of your business.
You a mama's boy, Tiernan?
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
Бля, я даже не знаю.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute. But, you know, I'm not so sure.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Да. Еще разочек. А она вроде покупала виски, да? И все, смотрел на это виски.
You're lying, Tiernan. You've been fighting with her. You fought and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left! That was it!
That was it. Вот. Загладить вину. Правильно.
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, McCaffrey was a hero, McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
Well, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Глаза бегают. Давай, сука, сознавайся.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. A big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Может быть, надо ходить от одного к другому, получая новые данные какие-то. Я сейчас просто запорол вопрос, потому что, ну, связь-то я узнал от него. Видимо, он должен был повторить мне там на допросе.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Да, я тоже об этом подумал. Что ты довольно туповатый. Ой. Слава богу, у нас есть улика.
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
МакКафри угрожал жертве расправой.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it. Get that right.
Бля, Тирнан что, меня водит за нос, что ли?
That bum took a swipe at me. Put him down in my
Происходит,
sack.
а? Жонглирует туда-сюда. Ничего, одного
You
из вас я
spoken to
посажу.
McCaffrey? I can go. It's all been cleared up.
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
Ну, давай.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
Ага. Ага.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box, and he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn, and that it was all over the radio, and that he would protect me.
Он сказал, но ты об
And I
этом не
don't know,
знаешь.
detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it.
Походу, он и сам в это поверил.
Was it me?
Вот ублюдок, как манипулирует. Я посажу его
Wait
нахер.
here.
Нахер, я все, больше не буду разбираться с этим уродом. Пиздюк. Адвокат у него хороший. Нахуй сядешь сейчас.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Террорist, блядь.
Congratulations, boys, you bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
Блестяще. Блестяще? Блестяще. Ебать колотить. Я думал, я как минимум проебал библиотеку. Бля, нихуя себе. Ну что, Ватсон молодец, я считаю. Давайте тогда смотреть, что получилось дальше. И с вами был Ватсон. Ставьте лайки, если понравилось. Подписывайтесь на канал, если вы новый зритель. До новых встреч.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon's in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Then we rally with the first and try for the Namboos.
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Namboos and Enfilade.
Mate,
we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant! Get back off this fucking bridge! They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions! We only have minutes!
I'm in charge here, Sergeant!
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant!
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant!
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot! You have 10 men left! My orders are to save what's left! Move out!